Hey, this is Steve Keys here with Keller Williams Capital District. We are here for another walkthrough of the week. This week we are here in Hoosic Valley School District. This is 54 Church Street in Melrose. This is a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath property. It is a little under 2,700 square feet, sitting on just over 3-acre lot. This property is a unique property. I'm still deciding what I want to put it on my scale. I think I'm going to call it a C-level property if I'm going to hold true to my scale. So C-level property, it has an issue that does actually need to be repaired. It can't just be update it when you get around to it. It's got some damage that does actually have to be repaired. Now it's minor. Well, it's an issue that I don't think really affects the habitability of the home. So it's not like it's something that, I mean, it's damage. It does need to be fixed, but it doesn't affect the. It's not like you can't live in the home until it's mostly an exterior issue. It's the deck. Spoiler alert. So when we see that later. So, and there are a handful of other minor things. So if I'm gonna stay true to it, it's a C-level property. But this is a classic Victorian style home that has a lot of really elegant features that you're not going to find in a lot of other homes. This is a very rare type of house, particularly in this area. There are other areas that have more Victorian style things, but they're probably not sitting on 3 acres at the same time. So this is a very unique house. It's a very rare house sitting in this area and in the surroundings that it's sitting in. So a C-level property, definitely going to require work. It's a very good project house. This house in fully restored condition, and maybe if you did some minor updates, you don't want to change the style of the house, but if you did a few minor updates, this would be a really fantastic property in fully restored condition. So we will see all that stuff when we get through the walkthrough. So if you or anyone you know are looking to sell in this current market, now would be the time to give me a call. You could check mosquitoes. You could check the end of the video for my contact information, or you can go to my Facebook page and you can get my contact information there. So we will go ahead and we will get started with the walkthrough. So we are here today in Hoosic Valley School District. This is 54 Church Street in Melrose. This is a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath home. It is sitting on over a 3-acre lot. The house is a little over 2,700 square feet. This is a Victorian style home. It's a very unique property, probably very rare in this area. You don't see a lot of homes like this. This one has been kept in relatively good condition. There are a few issues that need to be repaired, but it's in very good condition considering the age of the home. The home was built in 1880, so this is almost a 150-year-old home. So normally I'd head right in, but this is sitting on 3 acres, and it does have a little bit of land with it. There is some nice landscaping to this. Where my camera is pointed now, that is where most of the rest of the land goes. So it heads in that direction, which is now to the left. There's a little bit more land over there, and it rolls down until it hits a little brook, creek area. Right now I'm pointing at the driveway. So this is a pretty secluded property. You can see all the hedgerow. Right there you see the driveway coming in. Property's a little bit difficult, so it's already off the beaten path, and then it's off the beaten path of the already not beaten path. So like a double negative off the beaten path. I don't know if it works like that. All right, so now we'll head inside. Well, we'll head towards the house. We won't actually go inside yet, because on this house we have very large wraparound porch. I'm going to point to the right first. So this is a very wide porch, a lot of room for furniture. Off this side over here, we have a screened-in portion of this porch that has served many different purposes over the course of time. Right now it's being used as a workout room, but has in the past been used as a summer bedroom for nighttime sleeping on cooler nights or not so cool nights. And then the rest of the wraparound porch over here wraps around to this way to another entrance off the side. We'll see that entrance later. So the deck has deteriorated a little bit. It does need some repairs. It's got some sagging in the actual supports. So it's not just an issue of replacing some of the face boards or the actual flooring boards. It does need some structural repair to it. But it's a very nice porch, so it's definitely worth restoring. It's very you don't find porches like that on a lot of homes nowadays. So we enter into this front door here, into the sitting area, living room, family room, whichever. While I was panning, I just kind of breezed over the fireplace. I'm gonna go back to that because it's gorgeous. So right here in front, we have this brick fireplace here. See, very ornate. It's got the built-in shelf right there. All the style here. I've been told, and I'm one of these young guys, so I don't know what this is. And they certainly don't do this anymore. This is called egg and dart. Egg and dart for the egg shape, and then in between the egg shapes there's like a little dart thing. So that's what it's called. I mean, I don't know what that is, but I can tell you that the fireplace is very nice. It is a functioning fireplace. You can see that they haven't used it in quite some time. They're not using it right now, but it is a functioning fireplace. It has not been closed off. So heading through these double doors here, we enter into this dining room area. Got the bay window off to the side here. Another fireplace right there. Again, still functioning. They do have it closed up. That board just comes right off. It's not been shut down. So it is a functioning fireplace. You got the chandelier overhead, and you have the beams overwards. So I'm not going to pretend like you can't see it. Yes, that wall is being worked on. It did suffer a little damage. All of the damage has been repaired. So that's all new sheetrock. It's all new mud. The problem has been fixed. They were just in the middle of finishing it. So that's all that is. Alright, and so off to the side here we have the kitchen. So a little dish storage area right there off to the side. You can see the stainless refrigerator. It's a back door into the yard. And then the remainder of the kitchen. So you can see these are wood plank walls. It's not paneling. These are actually plank walls. Ceilings are all throughout the house, but I'll mention it now. These are higher ceilings. And I'm going to change my answer again. These appear to be 10-foot ceilings on the first floor. High ceilings also on the second floor. I believe they're only 9 feet. They don't look as high off the door frames. So, and then off to the side here, we have a little bit more built-in storage. That's a door. Oh, phone call. That's a yeah, slider to the basement right there. And then off to the side here is the half bath. So first floor has the half bath. There we go. Answering machine's got it. Alright, so now we will head upstairs. So we'll head up these stairs here. This is a double landing staircase. So we're going up. There's one landing. There's two landings. Continuing up. Hardwood floors all throughout the house. So hardwood floors in all the rooms that we've been in so far, and throughout the entire second floor. So here we are in one of the 4 bedrooms on the second floor. Closet right there. Now this is an older style house, so it doesn't really have what I would call a master bedroom. This has a bedroom that's larger than all the other ones, which is this one. So this is what they're currently using as a master bedroom, but again, master bedroom is, if it doesn't really have a master suite, I don't really call it a master bedroom. Something that I do want to point out, the home was built in 1840. Something that you don't see a lot is the overhead lighting. Little pet peeve of mine. Install some overhead lights. And this house has lots of overhead lighting. I have a storage room right there in front. Here we have the full bath. So we have a shower tub combo right here. Tile surround. And then the sink area. And then the toilet in the back. So it is a dated bathroom, obviously. Pink's not really in style anymore, but here is the third bedroom. Right here. I just breezed over it. I didn't mention it on the first floor either, so I do want to mention it now. This door right here, not a closet. This is the back staircase. A lot of these older style homes from this time period had 2 staircases going up to the second floor. One in the front of the house, one in the back of the house. This is the back staircase. It goes to that back door area that was off of the kitchen. So that is where I didn't walk back there, so you didn't see the door, but there was a back area, a back door off the kitchen, and that is where the door to the back staircase is. And this is the 4th and final bedroom. Currently set up, it has the bed in it, but this is currently set up as a craft room. You can see the other things. The closet's been modified a little bit, has some overhead storage there. And that is the final bedroom. Now, I haven't even hinted at this yet. So surprise! There's a 3rd floor to this house. Right here. Yeah, look at those stairs. It's an older style home. This is what happens. But we're gonna go up here, because this is an actual 3rd floor. Not recorded in any of the actual things, but there is usable space up here. So we enter, and we walk up this this Dutch staircase, old school spiral. And we wind up into this space here. This is just a general area, has been used for a lot of things in the past. Actually have used it as a workout room. but there's just a general entryway there. Off to the right here, we have this room with it's got a lot of built-in storage. We have the small shelves there. There's a built-in closet. That bench area, that's all storage. Another closet there. Another closing shelf there. It's really just a shelf that you can close the doors on. And then more bookcase storage right there. Looks like a bedroom, but it's not counted as one. So that would be a 5th bedroom, a bonus bedroom. Let me show the other side because I didn't do this. We walked up the staircase. There's the staircase there. And then we have same windows on the back side. Some built-in book storage. More overhead lighting. Lots of light up here. There's a little doorway into that closet. There's another way in there so you don't have to use the Hobbit door. And then on this side we have another room. The owners had been using these rooms. This room had been an office for a long time. More built-in storage. Furniture. There's the pull down for the attic. So it's a pull down hatch up into the attic. Lots of space up there. Lots of space for storage. And another closet off here. Which had been used for storage. I know you're thinking to yourself right now, okay, cool. I mean, that's a lot of space. You keep saying the word bedroom. How on earth would you get a bed up there? Through this hatch. And I didn't point it out on the 2nd floor, but this hatch goes right down into a bedroom. This hatch is really heavy. So that's how you get furniture up here. It's through this hatch. So this whole 3rd floor is just bonus space. It's not factored into the 2,700 square feet. It's not factored into the bedrooms. Strictly bonus. You can see that it hasn't really been finished. I mean, this is just rough flooring right here. These are little panels that have been put over. It's a hardwood floor. So there's the hardwood floor. You got the carpet right over that. These are just thin little Luan panels that have been put over this floor. So this floor hasn't been finished. The sheetrock over there hasn't been painted, but this is a bonus. This is bonus space. You could use it for. Well, I guess you'd have to think about what you can use it for because I guess I'm not allowed to give you my suggestions because there's just laws against that. But I guess you'd have to decide what you wanted to use it for. Could be used for individuals of a certain type that wouldn't necessarily have a problem with going up those crazy stairs a lot. If you could think about what type of person that might be. Can't give you any hints. Alright, that's it. That's the whole walkthrough. Alright, and so that is everything. So that was 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, a little under 2,700 square feet, sitting on just over 3 acres. Plus the whole bonus 3rd floor. So you have a potential for 2 more bedrooms up there, or whatever the additional space is. That's probably another 1,000 square feet of living space up on the 3rd floor. Yes, the stairs are from 1880, which is why they're sketchy like that. That's an old Dutch staircase, so the staircase isn't necessarily ideal, but it is still usable space. I mean, if you wanted to put an elevator in there or something like that, it could be more usable for you. I don't know. Yeah, so that is the house. So, sea-level home, I'm calling it a sea-level home because there are certain things that do have to be done. Like I said, the deck is suffering from structural damage, and is not particularly safe. So that should be repaired, but that doesn't affect the living inside the house. It's definitely something that needs to be taken care of, but the house can still be lived in. You've got the wall to the dining room that hasn't quite been finished yet either. That needs to be, I mean, that's just finishing. So that's just more joint compound finishing and then painting. That's minimal work, but it is still something that it doesn't have paint on it, so you can't really consider it finished. But the house is in very good condition. Like, this is a very unique house. I would say it's very rare. I don't see very many houses like this in this area. Maybe if you were getting more out towards Troy, there's a lot of Victorian stuff out there in Troy, but that's more of a urban area, and so a house like this, you wouldn't find a house like this sitting on 3 acres, more than likely. That'd be difficult to find. Bummer. Didn't turn my ringer off. So yeah, so it's a very nice house. Very unique. It does need a little bit of work though. But in restored condition, this house would be really, really spectacular. So, check the property information page for any other information on the property. If there's any kind of price updates, any special incentives, any open houses, anything like that, all of that will be found on the property information page. Please like my Facebook page to see more walkthroughs of the week and any of the other videos that I post on that platform or anything else that I post on that platform. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel will have all of the videos that I do across any platform, so you can just go to YouTube and see everything that I'm doing with video. So that has been this week's walkthrough of the week. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in again next week for next week's walkthrough of the week. Bye-bye for now.